All right, what's What? Oh, okay. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Underground Crypto Show. Sorry, somebody popping in the room for just a second. Let's go ahead and kick this one off over on the Crypto Bubbles, where we always kick it off at. Let's get that camera working. All right, everything is working good. Where are my glasses so everybody thinks that I'm a smart guy? All right. Do I look smart enough now to do the show? What's up, everybody? Welcome in. We got a few extra guests in the chat tonight. Bankroll. We got Reliable J in here. Camsta, Melissa. Blues guys in here. I love those custom emojis. All right, everybody. I'm excited. I've been doing a whole bunch of things to get ready for the show. We are trying to jam-pack as much value into this show as absolutely possible. But don't sleep on that Discord pinned in the chat. It's in the description. All my links are in the description for any of the things that we talk about on here. And it was really awesome hopping in the voice chat today and seeing a bunch of people in there talking about what's going on in the market, trading, and all kinds of stuff. Let's keep that up. Let's keep that momentum up. Shout out to Mumba and all the things that he's doing. Wink, wink. If you don't know, you'll probably know soon. Some cool stuff coming soon to the community. We have some amazing members. Now, let's hop in and let's talk about what's going on in these crypto bubbles. So we're starting to see on the daily some red here. If we toggle down, we'll see 2.1, 1.9, 2, 1.3, 1.7. So you can see it's pretty much between, you know, aside from 6 to 800, it's basically between 1 and 2% that we're down. There was some news around all that kind of stuff today. World Liberty Finance is down 10%. Any other big bubbles? A lot of things down 5%. You know, Siren, HBAR, Bonk, Dash, Chili's, XMR, Pudgy Penguins. But let's drop down another 100 and take a look at it. All right. Yep. Aria AI was down quite a bit yesterday, and it looks like it pumped back up. Let's go to the weekly here so we can show it. We had these nice pumps up the days before, and then it took a big pullback to about 50 cents before pumping up to 70 cents where it is now. That's pretty much all the good green here, 1 to 200. Otherwise, Kite AI and Lighter are down about 10%. ZBCN is down 6.3%. I don't see any other real big bubbles. Everything looking, you know, like it pumped and then it kind of gave back a majority of the pump. Rave is exactly what you think it is. Rave DAO up 16.1%. Zora down. Or sorry, let's do them in sections. Rave up 16%. Tridora is up 27.2% from $3.18 to $4.24. In the red, Zora's down 8%. I didn't do that on purpose. Red, or Redstone, which we looked at the other day, had a really big pump, and now it's down 16.9%, call it 17%, from 21 cents to about 17 cents. Chims is down 11. All right, let's move along. I don't want to spend too much time on that. Let's refresh this so we get all the latest numbers. I just have so many things to go over tonight, guys. I hope you guys are locked in and ready to go. I need to write a little list of all the stuff we go over in a stream. All right, Reliable J with the salute emoji. Salute back to you. Says, man of my word, praying for more pumps right now. I'm Mr. A lot of longs right now. Careful, careful, careful. Overall market cap down 1.2% to 2.49, call it 0.5 trillion. But when you're dealing with that much money, I wouldn't even round it, right? 2.49 trillion. So a little under, you know, 2.5. Bitcoin chilling at 70,815. We're going to go, before we do our price rundown, we're going to go to TradingView and take a look at it. But before we even do that, just want to show what I'm messing around here. I started with an account that had $10 in it, guys. Why did I do that? Well, let me tell you why I did that. Because a lot of times I can make some good moves, but my discipline to not get carried away with trading and risk management is sometimes lacking, and I think everybody is. It's all about the emotionalness And sometimes gets to me just the way it gets to anybody else. I get a couple good trades, you get that momentum going, you thinking that you know how to do something, and then you start making riskier trades, right? I did have a totally different trading style I was trading recently. It worked really well until it didn't work really well. And so I'm moving away from that, but I might integrate parts of it later. Anyways, we started with $10. I'm up to like, I don't know, $15 or something like that. And then we're up 78 cents here on BTC short and the QQQ. I don't normally trade that, but a buddy of mine, I had to take my car to the shop this morning and he was trading this. And I'm going to pull you over to TradingView and I'll tell you why I hopped in a short on the QQQ, even if that's not my regular forte. When you have the ability to look at charts, well, there you go. You see something, you're going to trade it. Let's move us over to TradingView. Bang. So I guess I'll just show the QQQ. This is why I got in it. All right. You see that the 4-hour time frame for the QQQ, your stochastic RSI is high. You have a bearish div here. It's not the best bearish div, right? But it's showing up on the stochastic. It's not my favorite. The divergence on this stochastic indicator, not my favorite. I definitely don't live and die by that, right? But what mostly caught my attention is the fact that you're getting rejected here by the 400, by the 4-hour 200-day moving average. Let's say it correct, all right? I don't know why. I feel like I'm off my game, man. I just chugged a bunch of coffee. Maybe that's what it is. But I'm going to be all right. We're going to get locked in. Just take a minute to warm up. Anyways, this is pretty typical for me with my Lifer vision. Shout out to the Lifer where I've learned everything that I know about technical analysis. If you get rejected by that 200, you might have a nice short. And you even kind of have, somewhat of a tweezer top there. And so I'm just looking to take it for a ride. You're very far away from the 21, Here's your 21. If you're going to do anything bullish, that 21 is going to have to come up. There'll be some time. The short won't play out. I'll close it pretty much as soon as we break the 200, right? Because then the 200 will come down. Let's stop making so many lines and confusing everybody here. But you guys don't want to hear about that. That's just why I shorted the QQQ. Let's talk about the 4-hour for BTC. So just like I was talking about flagging out, are we starting to flag out here on the 4-hour time frame? Have a really nice measured move up to like 76,000, almost flat. So that's one way you could kind of watch it. Now I wouldn't say, oh, that's what it's doing, let me hop in along. No, I wouldn't do that. I would begin to project that flag and I would wait for that flag to fill out, because there's other things at play here that you definitely might want to look at. Look at the 2-hour chart. You'll see this roundedness, just like there was a roundedness here, and that ended up taking you all the way down to there. But it also really looks like you're setting up, right? I messed it up. Looks like you're setting up for a head and shoulders, maybe. That's a 2-hour chart. Let's go down to the 15. And you'll see you had cat ears. This is what I saw this morning, right? When Lifer was live, I saw this cat ears. I thought we were going to get, more of a significant dump. It ended up actually pumping out of it, but it never really made a higher high, right? It didn't come up here. So keep that in mind. And then, of course, as you zoom in more on local price action here, let's go to the 5. It's pretty hard to ignore rather this M pattern, or if you want to add that other shoulder, that's a head and shoulder. Either way, it's a downtrend, looks like a head and shoulder pattern, or at least an M pattern. If you don't want to include this over here, you're losing the smoothed moving average. The red line, 200-day moving average. The blue line is the 200 smoothed moving average. Where did you short QQQ? On weeks. They have it on weeks, man. What exchange and what leverage? Okay, so He's asking all the questions. Okay, I'm going to go to that in just a second, Bankroll. Let me I think that was all I had to say here is I think we're going down more if you just take your, measured move. Let's go to the 15. For your measured move for basically your head and shoulders, looks like you're setting up. If you don't count that first one, there's a good chance maybe we get another one, And then, of course, if you lose the 200 on the 15, like you're cooking with gas, baby. All right. We will come back to that kind of stuff in a minute. Again, I just want to say this for anybody who's into the charts, who's into the trading and stuff, when I'm doing the what's trending and we're going over a bunch of coins there, that's a good time if you see anything in that segment, or if, of course, there's anything that you just think of, that's a good time to hop back and forth between the charts, right? All right, let me bring it back over to weeks. And let's see. So 20x leverage short on the QQQ. I'm only up like 25 cents, but you got to remember I'm playing with peanuts over here. My margin is $6.66, right? That's how much I have in that trade. I have about $6.50 in the BTC trade. We're almost up $1. We have to do things by percentages, right? I'm up 11%. I'm only playing with $15, so to be up $1 is actually pretty good. And let's get off of like the 4-hour time frame over on weeks. That's no good. So here's what we're watching for. We're watching to see if we can lose the 200 on the 15. But before you can do that, you got to lose the 5. Oh, we already lost the 5. Cool. So we're just watching on the 15. It does look very Bart Simpson-ish, right? Like, it's hard to deny that this is, well, it's not as tight as most Bart Simpsons are, right? Normally they're like real tight and then they drop. This one is still, the more you zoom out, the tighter it is, right? And, that could take you somewhere. Of course, Bankroll and me were talking today about, go away. I don't want that. I love when just random stuff pops up. All right, we will refresh the page since it doesn't want to cooperate. I don't know. It's so weird. When I refresh it, it'll give me like trades I did like a day or two ago, like I want to post them or something like that. Maybe I do want to post it, right? We go post that in the wins on the Discord. That's when I hit the 50% trade on my $10 just the other day with the Lifer, the big pump that happened like yesterday. Let's go throw it in the wins channel because why not? I haven't thrown anything in there in a while as I haven't really been trading a ton. All right, get rid of that. Get rid of this drawing there. And that drawing as well. So let's pull a fib from the impulse, which to me would be there. Full range here. And that tells me if you get a 786 retracement, I mean, you could easily come down to like 68,800. That would be a beautiful place for me to switch and reverse course, right? So we'll be watching that over the course of the night, maybe probably over the course of the day. Let's get back to our usual rundown here. Bitcoin prices, $70,744. Still up 4% in the last 7 days. Ethereum is $2,182, up 2.1% in the last 7 days. XRP, $1.34. I'm excited to be doing the Flare ecosystem stuff today. Yesterday, I had my XAM wallet was messed up because I got a new phone. When you get a new phone, they mirror the phone over, but that doesn't automatically give you your seed phrase and everything for like the XAM wallet, which is the native wallet for XRP now. And the XRP L Ledger, it's really cool. It's got a lot of stuff in it. If you do anything with, honestly, I think you should have an XRP L native wallet or whatever. XAMAN, Xaman, however you want to say it, is a really, really cool wallet. And we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with the Flare ecosystem, yield, borrowing, and yield. We're going to be restaking. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. So shout out to Blues Guy. That's going to be something that he loves, I'm sure. Anyways, XRP really reminded me of that. What we're doing now, I said I wasn't going to explain this every day, but I'm just going to do it really fast. we're doing a members only stream at the end of the stream, right? It's still part of the stream. We're going to go live for at least an hour and a half, if not 2 hours. And then we'll have a members only stream, and that could go another hour. I think it went yesterday. In there, we're playing some crypto slots. We're playing other slots. We are playing DeFi games. We are going over the Flare ecosystem. We're deep diving other categories, like how we did ecosystems for a week. We did a series on different ecosystems. Like, we're doing all kinds of stuff over there. But in order for you to see that, you're gonna need a member, right? It's like $2.99, I think. I keep forgetting to look. Somebody tell me. Is it $2.99? Is it $1.99 or is it $2.99? I really can't remember. But that's the monthly membership. And I'm building some value. I wasn't doing it to try to get money out of you guys at all. It was because YouTube's really weird about anytime I do slots. Anytime I do slots on this thing, it has to be 18 and up. If I make the streams 18 and up on all the social medias where I post the stream, it'll just be grayed out and say 18 and up content, and it won't actually show the thumbnail and stuff. So that's why we have it set up that way. If you want to see that, you might want to become a member. We're just going to keep packing value into all of those different things. Anyways, let me move along. I have so many things to talk about. I am so fired up. I hope you guys are ready to lock in and get going. And of course, raise that crypto IQ. BNB $599, Solana $82, Tron 31 cents, Dogecoin still pretty flat on 9 cents there. I'd like to see that get a little bit of a move. Cardano 24 cents, call it 25 cents really. Hyperliquid $38.29, Chainlink $8.76, XMR $323, Canton Network 14 cents, Zcash $321. Zcash getting a major pump, 29% in the last 7 days is pretty good, right? XLM 15.5 cents, Memecore $2.72, up 10% in the last 7 days, pretty much up 3.6% today. Memecore I'm really liking. Melissa, is Memecore on our list of things to accumulate? And that's a whole other thing. We have 2 new tabs that I said I was going to make, so nobody's confused. They look like the same tab. They're not. One of them nobody can type in but me and I think Melissa and, you know, the mods, basically. Blues guy, I might have to put his permissions in there. But my point is, that is for what we're going to be looking to accumulate. Now, under that is a tab for the actual chat about what we're accumulating. I want to keep them separate because if I just post and then everybody starts chatting in there and then you want to go look at what we're talking about, you got to dig through all of the chat. That's not cool. So we just make 2 different tabs. I'm going to be building a little bit of a bottom of the bear market portfolio for the channel kind of thing, right? And so I'm starting to, pull some money and put a little bit of money together, start to really look at it. I'm using Lifer's words. Lifer said there's like a 90% chance that this is the bottom of the bear market. That doesn't mean 100% chance. That doesn't mean sell your house or your boat or whatever. But what it does mean is if you're not accumulating anything long-term at this point, you might feel the pain of regret in about a year. You might really start to feel that. But anyways, I like Memecore. It's climbed to the top. It's number 23 by market cap with $4.7 billion in it. It's just really came out of nowhere and done some significant numbers, and I love the product. Now, Memecore is more than just Memex, but Memex is one of its products, and I love it. It's like a Web3 Twitter. I can't really say enough good things about it. What's going on in this chat? I'll try to give a call for the members only show as well, so we try to join. Okay, everyone, sweet. Yeah, if you don't have that membership, you're basically, I'm gonna be 100. You're basically saying you don't think I'm worth $3 a month. All right, that's what you're saying if you ain't got that membership and you're a real member here in this community. All right, yeah, make the membership back in one easy call. There you go. So Bankroll is gonna be chilling with us. We'll do a segment every day in there with a call from Bankroll. Bankroll can be with us live. Bankroll, I really think this is a cool idea. Maybe we'll do it around the exact same time. So even if you're really busy and not able to make like the full stream every time, of course I encourage you to do that. Maybe we could have like a certain time where we lock in, like 10:30. and then we can kind of go over everything that you want to talk about. If you know you're not going to make it, you can send me like your call or whatever in DM if you know you're not going to make it to the stream, stuff like that, and we'll bring that into the thing and the membership, and then people can get to know you as well a little bit better with the stuff that you're doing, and that might help build more people coming into the voice chat and trading with you, coming into your tab, stuff like that. If you build with me, man, and you're here from the long roll, it's going to be worth. I'm going to treat you good, man, when things start popping off. So you can take that to the bank. My word is bond. All right. So Krypton Quentin says fire. Quentin says fire. Yep. Hopefully the charts are giving. I like that. Yeah, we have so many things in store. I'm trying to pack as much value in these shows as humanly possible. Said I got a badass watch list cooking right now. Okay, cool. Meme core definitely on it. I first traded meme core at 0.05. I hope you held a little bit long term. At least hold a couple. I wish I held that. Okay, there you go. This is Banky. Yeah, I'm down, man. Anytime. Always active, just sometimes in other places. Right, so maybe we want to lock in and we want to do something bankroll where like 10:45 or 11 o'clock, you know, you maybe have an alarm on your phone for like 5 minutes before, and you're going to come over and we'll be at the members only part of the stream at that point, right? Because we start at 8:30, so 10:30 is exactly 2 hours. That's probably when we're going to move over to the members only live. Anyways, we got so much to talk about. I promise we're going to get into stuff. Don't worry, this is not going to be a short stream today. What are we not doing? Use that Discord in the main hangout. DM me. What are we not doing that you want to see? We got some trading. We got what's trending. We got some TA. We got DeFi gaming. We got airdrops. We got, crypto slots. We've got so many things for you guys every single day except for Sunday. See what I did there? All right. Litecoin, $53. Avalanche, $8.97. HBAR, high 8 cents, almost 9 cents. SWI, 90 cents. BitTensor is $321. I'm probably going to leave it there. BitTensor, the strongest AI project in the game. Let's go see where Flare's at. I'm sure it's in the top 100. That wouldn't surprise me none. Number 85 by market cap. I love that. Looking good, looking good. All right, let's keep moving here. Feeling great. I got a little bit of a nap. I don't know how long I napped, probably like 2-3 hours. I've had like 9 hours of sleep in the last 2 days. I was starting to feel it, and I got to make sure that I nail these streams for you guys. So took a nap, woke up, chugged a bunch of coffee, and I'm ready to go. And gave myself like an hour to wake up for sure, an hour and a half to wake up. So, man, I'm feeling great. Where's my drink at? On a parasite cleanse. Shout out to anybody who cares about their health. We're bringing some of that health stuff back. We used to talk a lot about a lot of health things. Blues guy, I'm going to need a health quip of the day. So this is what's trending. Bitcoin, of course. BitTensor, like the strongest AI project, serious AI project. I want to say this, a lot of projects tout agentic networks, AI agents, or just AI infrastructure and all these different things, and I'm not trying to take anything away from some of those, but none of them are as big and well put together as BitTensor. Now, with that being said, if you know your tokenomics and you're trying to double up on a bag, well, BitTensor might not be that great. It's got, $3 billion in it. It needs another $3 billion. Whatever this number is right here that I'm highlighting, right? You got to double that to make 100% gain. So what's easier? Is it easier to double 3 billion or is it easier to double 100 million? Think about it. How many multiples do you have to get to 3 billion comparatively? So other projects might run and make you more money, but it's about risk. I don't know why I'm taking a moment to say this. I just really wanted to say that BitTensor is a very strong project for exposure to AI, serious AI and crypto. Not like a little fly-by-night AI agent project like Cyrene, right? They might make a lot of multiples, but you also have a lot of risk. So you have to look at your risk factor. Now, if you had a lot of money and you want to be low risk, BitTensor is probably your best exposure for AI projects. So you gotta think portfolio breakdowns and stuff. I'm thinking next week's segment is going to be all about how to think about portfolios. All right, that's what we're going to do next week. I just came up with it right now on the spot. We're moving in real time here. It's going to be all about setting up portfolio. I think that's a good move after like emotional intelligence in the market. That's the core focus of this week. And then next week we're going to talk about, percentages of portfolios, if you have a certain amount of money, risk management, like all of these different things when it comes to portfolios. I think you guys are going to really enjoy that stream next week. So definitely be here for that one. Sometimes there's other places. Yeah, I want you to watch this guy. What is it? INTL Stacker. Sure. Hey, Bankroll. Anytime you have anything you want me to see or whatever, just DM me, right? Just DM me what it is and the link and stuff. I trust links from you for sure. All right, Lucky Man, I wanted to nap. The damn fake ceasefire got me monitoring mode. Hey, when you got a lot of money on the line, that's what you got to do. I love a good nap after a sesh between ages. Yeah, there you go. Good thought. Yeah, exactly. All right, so here's what's trending. Fartcoin. Fartcoin, probably the strongest AI agent, right? Out of that whole Cookie.DAO and that whole time, which, by the way, it's still up. AI agents still are being created and done over there. It's not getting a lot of attention right now. The winner, what other big winner AI agent coin do you remember besides Fartcoin from that era? Fartcoin, I can't really think of another one off the top of my head. Then we have Engine Coin. Engine Coin's been around for a long time. I'll touch on that today. Pudgy Penguins, the strongest NFT project in the space, right? Why am I highlighting these strongest projects? Because they are most likely to have the attention. And it's 404 million in market cap. Yeah, okay, I want to make sure I'm not reading you the 24-hour trading volume. You look like a fool up here. All right, Zcash, Hyperliquid, Optimism, Jupiter, biggest DEX on Solana, Pepe, Solana, Monad, Sui, Chainlink, and Cyrene, which I was just kind of making fun of. I'm not a fan of Cyrene. Every time I go to their website and try to actually check out their AI agents, the stupid thing does not work. And man, talking about trying to pack value into these shows for you guys, I am going to be turning it up a notch with, the AI agents, the Claude, all of those different type of things. I've got a lot to learn. I think we might learn it together. I think there's going to be a segment in the show where we watch a video. We're going to add some things. I mean, crypto is life, baby. This stream might turn out to be 4 hours long every day, or I might split it up into 2 different streams, but I like doing it at night when I think a lot of people are available. We love the beginners here at Underground Crypto, but this show is for real crypto people, right? There's tons of other channels, where they handle regurgitating what is the blockchain 7 days a week to the newbies and the beginners. I have no problem doing that information. That's a cakewalk. But we want to get deep, right? This is the deep dive research show, right? We're not the surface value, explain the same thing over and over. So we're going to be getting into a lot of that Claude, AI agents, running all that stuff for real. We'll see what we can do. That's going to be a whole nother segment. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. I'm excited. Now, what did I say I was going to talk about? Let's talk about Engine Coin for a half a second. It's been around for a long time, of course. Of course, I have this very annoying pop-up on my computer. There we go. So Max Chart says Engine Coin came out back in 2017, November 9th, 2017, at least for a token generation event. Pudgy Penguins made some Visa cards. Okay, have you played the Pudgy World game yet? We brought it up the other day, actually. I have it. Let's see, where do I have it? Is it this one? Pudgy Port? Is it Pudgy Port or is it a different one? Let me know. Man, we have so much stuff to do. I'm so excited. I don't see myself getting burned out, guys. I hope you guys got the stamina, because I know that I do. If many years of traditional Chinese village style kung fu in a private setting has taught me anything, it's just how to have unbelievable stamina. All right, 50.2 million in market cap in Engine Coin. Been around since 2017. Ethereum contract, Harmony Shard, so Harmony 1, and Energy. Some weird, contracts there, but Ethereum nonetheless. That's what really matters. The category says entertainment, gaming, NFT, metaverse, layer 1. Again, all these tags like metaverse and stuff, NFT, those were really popular back in those times. Not as popular today. You don't hear a lot of people talk about a metaverse project, right? And so what is it? Web3 gaming simplified. Engine Coin likes to be like the engine of gaming in crypto. Just like Avalanche wants to be the blockchain for gaming in crypto, they've said before. A lot of times those big projects, they flip-flop on stuff like that, right? So we'll see if they keep that energy there. Has someone need to try out that crypto game for the coin gun? Yes, that's another thing on the docket. I have so many things. I almost need a personal assistant to just help me keep everything organized every day. So, if any of you guys are just not doing anything, let me know. I'll take a virtual personal assistant. But yeah, one of the things is Blues Guy's son, really cool cat. He already streams games live, and so he said that he'll stream that game for us. I don't know how to work that in, how we're going to integrate that. We're going to bring him on the channel. We're going to do some stuff like that. And basically, he's going to stream that game, and we're going to get into the details when it comes to Gun. Melissa, Gun should be on the list of things that we might want to accumulate at the bottom there. And I could go on a long tear about Engine, right? But you get what it is, right? It's about Web3 gaming. They want to simplify it. They want to make it easy. They have developers. They have 4 million users. Let's look at these analytics because I think they're pretty good. So the reward rate up to, this is for staking and governance, almost 30%. Pretty cool. NFTs minted 1.2 billion. 4 million users is pretty good for how long this has been around. I don't know if they're counting overall or if they have. I would want to know how many active users they have now, not how many users they've had since 2017. But anyways, 1.2 million community members in the Engine ecosystem. And this is probably a good project to go over. If somebody wants to remind me on DeFi Friday, we'll dig into Engine a little bit more because we got to keep this stream hopping along. Let's refresh this, make sure we have the latest numbers. Let us thank God for the pop-ups over on CryptoRank. Gratitude is the attitude. If you find yourself getting frustrated and mad over little things, then you're probably not living in gratitude. Remember that gratefulness and depression cannot occupy the same space. So if you're dealing with some sad thoughts, you're dealing with some depression, just remember that gratitude is the attitude that will move depression out of your life. Hey, you never know what advice you're going to get here. CryptoRank's being weird. It's not loading. I saw the Fear and Greed Index was at 17. I love that. He says, I got blunts. Hey, there you go, bro. It's a badass. The game, yep. Sometimes in the game, some items in the game worth big bucks. Yeah, man, I'm definitely going to get that in there. Plague Dog says, pray. Exactly. And as I said, gratitude is the attitude. Who we being grateful for? Of course, to God. That's who we're being grateful for. The gratitude is the attitude. Doesn't really work well if you don't know who to be grateful to. Like if you're trying to be grateful to the stars or grateful to yourself, like it's not going to have the same impact. Trust me, been there, done that. I don't know why CryptoRank won't load. This is kind of ridiculous. It's always something. Let's pop back over to our trades real quick. Let's see what's going on here. Did it get a big bounce? Did it go down to the 200 on the 15-minute? Yeah, we went a little lower, but it looks like, oh no, we didn't bounce. We're kind of at the bottom there. 95 cents. Hey, when you're trading with like $6.50 to make $1, of course I'm on leverage, so my actual exposure here is like $77, but we're really using very little money, and 12x leverage on the short here. The QQQ for some reason was much higher leverage, and it's stacking far less money, right? Amen. Optimism the way. Exactly. Grateful you're here as well. Hey, I don't know if you're talking to me, but I'm grateful for all of you each and every day. You guys come to the stream consistently all the time. It means the world to me. It keeps me fired up. It keeps me going. But like I was saying about having that stamina, if we have 2 people on the stream, I'm going to do this stream 6 days a week. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm just going to put my head down and focus on crypto. I'm going to build my own portal. I'm going to do ad segments. I'll keep expanding and adding more value, and people will show up when they understand what's going on. Most people are too late to the party most of the time anyways, right? All right, man, I'm watching this. I'm loving this. Let's see if we can see if we bounce or if we lose that 200. A part of me is like, man, when you touch that 200, sell out, wait for the bounce, and then get back in. We might try to play that game here. As it is Wednesday, you know, Tuesday to Thursday, or Monday night to Thursday at about noon. That's the trading window that I like for going hard. Weekends can be good to you sometimes. A lot of times they're chopping, they're flat, and they're not all that great. Hey, Crypto Quentin showing off that custom emoji. I really like that emoji. I found that a lot of people didn't really get it, but it means like respect. And we're going to be adding some more emojis as soon as I get to that. Let's see. Beautiful peeps and gratitude. Underground, my man. You awesome, bro. Thank you for all you do. Much appreciated. Let's go, Undergrounders. Yes, exactly. Our core group is ballin'. Yeah, we have a core group of people here that is just doing some pretty awesome things. We have a lot going on. And we're going to do more. Like I said, we're going to add Claude. We're going to add all kinds of different things. We're going to build something. We've got people building. Man, I got a peep. If you haven't seen what Mamba is building, pay attention to that voice chat in the Discord. Link in the description, but also link in the chat. It's free for now anyways. You might want to get in there so you get grandfathered in later down the line. But check that out, man. What he's building is super cool. I've never seen anything quite like it. It's going to go places, man. I can't wait to... You know, he's still building it, so he's going to get it up on a server so that other people can actually look at it and see it. I can't wait to show it to the lifer. I think he's going to like it a lot. That thing's going to go places. Mamba, I think, is going to do really well with what he's built. It's pretty cool. Bankroll, my man, says, great to see you, bro. Hey, always. All right, now this is finally cooperating. Click out of all of the pop-ups on CryptoRank. So the Fear and Greed Index is at 14. You know what I feel like we should do? We should do the news real quick, because like Bankroll was saying, the whole like ceasefire ending and all of that stuff, that has a lot to do with the market, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Instant model. They have an instant model. They've added this. I don't know what the heck this is. For everyday chats. All right. Voice mode. Please give me all relevant cryptocurrency news today, articles, things going on social media, trending on Twitter, things pertaining to markets like what's going on with Iran. I hit thinking, so hopefully it's going to give me like an in-depth thing here. All right, we're going to let that cook for a half a second here. We're going to bounce back over to CryptoRank. CryptoRank is having some serious issues here. I don't know why. It does this sometimes. It's whatever server is hosting CryptoRank. It be having some issues sometimes, but at some point in the stream, it's going to come back around, right? Like it's going to be able to use. So we won't trip on that too much. Let's go back to CoinGecko. As we looked at what's trending, I also really like to look at categories, right? I like to see what categories are trending. The little fire emoji kind of tells you what's trending down here. So it looks like Binance Alpha Spotlight, which, if you don't know, they have an Alpha Spotlight inside Binance. Those projects kind of get highlighted. A lot of times they'll have the airdrops, right? Binance HODLer airdrops. So they a lot of times have airdrops associated with them. People love that stuff. I just decided we're going to add that to the stream as well, because I kind of want to work with that a little bit more. I'm going to get back into my Binance account, stuff like that. But anyways, top stuff here, smart contracts. Are these in order? They're in order of the number of... No, they're not. What is this in order of? Market cap? That must be what it's in order of. I want it to be in order of like what's trending. Trending. Hey, they read my mind. Imagine that. There we go. And see how quick that loaded? That's how I know that it's CryptoRank server and not my internet. Like the real alpha, my man. Absolutely. Let's see. What does he say? It's a product of the underground crypto, the first pretty fin awesome peeps. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. I think everybody's going to enjoy it. He says he's going to give us access to it if you're in the group. That's a huge value. That thing is so cool that even if you're not somebody who trades on the regular, like, you could easily start trading with that thing, and I think you do pretty all right. You should do 5 of the biggest breaking news daily, boss. Hey, we have been or 5 of the biggest. We've been doing like crypto news, so we've been reading crypto news stories, stuff like that, right? But thank you for saying that. I love that you're back to the stream. You might want to come on, man. The stream has changed a lot since the last time you were logging in every day, you know, showing up every day. It's changed a lot. We've added a lot of stuff since then. I can start sharing them as the day goes by if that helps. Yeah, definitely. You could post them in the group and just hit @ you know, whatever. For anybody who doesn't know, there is in the Discord, while we're kind of waiting for this thing to cook up real quick, let's pop over to the Discord. Let me show that off for a second. We got a lot of stuff going on. We have the main hangout where everybody's talking. What I wanted to show you is that there is an exclusive underground hangout. This is for core members, okay? Now, the main hangout is sometimes popping, but it's not always popping. But the idea is that the more we grow, sometimes this main hangout is going to be popping, and you're going to want to be able to talk to your main core people and it not just, you know, immediately move up the list and be gone and they don't see it, right? So that's what this is for. You have to be added to this. So if you want to be added to the exclusive hangout, you got to DM me or just message me in the regular hangout, and I'll add you if you're a regular person here. If you've just been in the group for a day or two, I'm not going to add you. That probably doesn't apply to anybody here. Then we have a DeFi hangout, right? This is all for DeFi stuff. I just saw this meme core staking and stuff. I just restaked my meme core and stuff like that. Then what I want everybody to see, this is more for stuff that I want to post. Don't sleep on this, guys. Right on an everyday basis, this tab is basically to quickly get to the stream. If you're like me, I have Discord up all the time. I can just click over here, click this tab, and you could just click and go straight to the stream at, you know, 8:30 or whatever. I'm sure you know how to find it otherwise. This DAG deep dive, I keep it up here. I'm probably going to get rid of it, but maybe we'll come back to it. Then we have trending coins. I haven't posted in this. I actually forgot about this link. That's why we're doing it. The links you need, right? These are all my links. I got to change the permissions. Nobody else is supposed to be able to post in here. I see a few people have. Not a big deal. But if you need any of my links for stake.com or any of those different type of things, Plow, Bitmark, Grass, they're in my description of all the channels, but they're also in here too. And we'll continue to add community charts. I haven't seen a ton of people using recently. What happened to Motivational Hero? Melissa, any chance you could, or Blues Guy, either one, could somebody reach out to Motivational Hero and just make sure he's all right and see how he's doing? I'd love to do it, but I might forget. Then we have GameFi, right? This is where Melissa likes to post a lot of stuff for me for DeFi gaming. Still nasty. I didn't read this. I'll come back to this. Health is wealth. You know, we gotta. What good is all of your gains and all the time you put in if your health is severely lacking? So, right, this is all for health stuff. Social media, if anybody wants to post their social medias and things or stuff they found on social media, that's there. The win channel, people be posting in that win channel, right? You see bankroll, look at this, bankroll 162%, 142%, 57%, 59%. Bankroll be cooking, guys, don't sleep on it. Camsta hit a little 25%, clams 115, 139, clams with 49. You see what I mean? And again, I just want to say this for anybody who needs to know this, out of respect for the fact that this is, you know, my group and I'm building. If you join any of links, use my links, guys. Use my links. Bankroll is an exception because Bankroll puts in a lot of effort here. If he wants to use a link for something, especially if I don't have an affiliate, feel free, but just me or Bankroll. Don't use anybody else's. Got to be a little bit business when it comes to that. We have tutorials, right? All kinds of different things Cam still likes to put in there. Bankroll TA. This is a very fire chat where everybody is talking. If you like to trade, this is where you want to be. Of course, airdrops has all the information for all the different airdrops. Literally in order, like what to do. Bang, bang, bang. to easy to get into. There's a chat if you want to ask questions about it, right? And then, of course, our newest tab, which is the bear market bottom buys. These are coins that we're looking at here. Memecore is on the list. Good. Glad to see that. And then we will be looking at this more. And here's the actual chat for you to, if anybody has any suggestions for it, we're going to be putting together a little bit of a portfolio for the channel and stuff and see how it goes. As we move on to the year, we'll check on it daily once we get moving into the market, right? So that is the Discord. For anybody who's been sleeping on the Discord, who's a regular member here, I don't know what you're doing. Get in there, be a part of it. We got a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, let me know if there's something that it's missing and that you guys want. I listen to what you guys say. So when you guys tell me you want a certain thing, I've added it for you guys many, many times. Crypto rank. Tell me it's working. All right. So 14 on the Fear and Greed Index. Altcoin Index is 35. What I got going on in this chat? Says I can start sharing them yeah, exactly, please do that. Sorry I'm late to the show. I still don't walk fast, so it takes time to go somewhere. You good, Blues guy? You here now? We got a lot to go over. Motivation sent a message in the voice chat. He said his computer is down or something. Okay. Brother, I have problems with my computer. I try to repair it and now I need to change my new processor. It's only 3 months old. You have a desktop computer? It's a lot easier to do. The first time on Ryzen, yeah, I hate it now. I have all my life Intel and no problem. Sorry, I'm missing your crypto knowledge, but I'm coming in, brother. I'm watching all and liking and learning. Hey, tried to message him, but I can't find his name. Got you. Says, peace, brother. Stay strong and health. See you soon. That was from Motivation. Okay. Nice. Well, I'm glad to know that's going on. I'll definitely reach out to him. Let's go look at what's trending over on Crypto Rank. Let's stay on top of this market, guys. Let's stay on top of new coins coming out, narrative shifts, seeing, just roll down the list. Let's make it the top 20 and not the top 10. I told you Crypto Rank will, work eventually. So we have Nomina based in R2. These are like, well, R2 maybe not so much, but Nomina and Based are decentralized exchanges, right? Then we have things like Redstone, Stakestone, R2. These are kind of like yield-bearing type things. Some of them are kind of, Redstone's been acquired by a new company, and Stakestone's really just basically redone their website and has a little bit of renewed attention around it. Stakestone is one that's done well before. And then you have like TrueFi, which haven't looked at in a long time, Raelius, Drift Protocol. We have Portal and Hemi, which are, Bitcoin DeFi. So that narrative's going strong. Again, thank God for all of these Crypto Rank pop-ups. Layer 3, kind of newer on my radar, but it's not a new project. I love that they have the age of the project over here. Like I can just go, okay, Layer 3 been around a year, 1.7 years, right? So Portal, boom, only been around 0.6, where Superform's only been around 0.2, right, of a year. So keep that in mind. It'd be cool if it just said years and months, but we'll take what we get and not be beggars, trying to be choosers. Katana is financial. So you can see kind of what's going on in this area, AI. So, and Opinion. So we have like, Opinion is a prediction market. So you have like Bitcoin DeFi, decentralized exchanges, AI infrastructure type stuff, and what was the other one that I wanted to say? Some prediction markets are definitely hot, even though I predicted the prediction markets are not going to hold up over time. There's too many of them, right? Like if you like doing that stuff, you're going to do it in one place that you like the best. You're probably not going to be doing prediction markets on like 7 different prediction market exchanges. You could do it in your Jupiter wallet. You can do it on Coinbase. Like there's like nowhere you can't make a prediction bet nowadays. So you get my point. And if everybody could stop for a moment real quick and smash that like button, and don't forget to check if you're a member of the channel. It's $2 to $3 a month, and we do a members only stream at the end. You're not going to be able to watch that awesome content that we post in there if you're not a member. There you go. So let's start with Solve Protocol, right? I didn't click on it yesterday. Let's click on it today. Solve Protocol is a liquidity infrastructure for Bitcoin. So in a way, very much still kind of trying to be Bitcoin DeFi. What is it on? A lot of different ecosystems. I showed this the other day. AI layer ecosystem even. So it's in a bunch of your main ecosystems. Merlin ecosystem. Can anybody tell me what Merlin is? Anybody out there? And it's been around for quite some time for sure. Let's switch this to the weekly so it's not quite so chaotic. Back again with the pop-ups. Thank you, Lord, for that. If you go to the weekly, it's been around since the 13th of January 2025. It's not a super old coin, right? Although disparity between market cap and all-time high market cap, pretty high. 7.1 million right now. It's been as high as 231 million. So that's a big disparity. You have to acknowledge that. And let's go to the website real quick. What do we got going on? We close fam here. Yep, crypto family, you know that. Let's keep that vibe always. Bankroll the sniper, exactly. Thank God for them pop-ups. Gotta love them, right? Hey, gotta be grateful. Hit that like button and sub. Gratitude and appreciation for the underground. Hey, I appreciate you saying that. And yeah, we gotta be grateful for anything. I'm alive and I'm able to do a live stream. I'm healthy enough. I'm not sick. I'm not dying of cancer or something like that. Some people are, man. You gotta think about this stuff. And I have the luxury to close out those pop-ups over and over and over and over and over because my fingers work. So we're just going to be grateful and thank God. So Solve, borderless Bitcoin economy across lives. They're trying to do something with all of this stuff. It's not available in my region. I don't run a VPN while I'm live most of the time, or maybe I do. You don't know. But you get what I'm saying because it messes up with a lot of things if you, depending on what you try to use, right? That was a head nod for anybody who understands. So Nomina, or Namina, whatever you want to call it, a decentralized exchange based a decentralized exchange. I mean, I could show them off. They're pretty much like anything that you've ever seen before. Let's go to the website. I'm not real excited about them. That's why I don't talk about them every day. There's too many decentralized exchanges. Like, look, this is, you got a chart. You can long, you can short, you can choose your leverage, you can choose your asset. What else do you want to know, right? They do have a lot of things on here. They have a lot of tokenized stocks and stuff like that. But other than that, like, what do you want me to say? They have a lot of stuff. So do a lot of people. So do a lot of decentralized exchanges. There's too many right now. Boom, close out those pop-ups again. I'm gonna start doing a pop-up counter, right? How many pop-ups we closed out in this segment? It'd be hilarious. R2, and like a financial yield instrument. R2 is a DeFi protocol offering R2 USD, a stablecoin backed by yield generating real assets, probably real world assets, right? It just keeps dropping. It's at 377.5 thousand in market cap. It's only been as high as 4.3. Hasn't been around all that long. It's a rather new coin since the 30th of March 2026. Not very long. And there's not a whole lot to say here. We go over to the website. And they have in their dashboard, or sorry, invest is where you want to go. They have the R2 Reserve that gives you 3.5 APY. And then they have the R2 Prime, which gives you 7.4 APY. And that's what you got. It's not really big. It doesn't have a lot of different things in it, but I see it's trending every day, and I can't say that I really understand why. Merlin, a tracking app. I don't know if it's a tracking app. It is a like layer. And it's not a layer 2. It's like its own layer 1 built with Bitcoin, right? It's Bitcoin related. I like fake world assets. NFTs, LOL. Plague Dogs, you snapping, right? That's hilarious. All right, Stakestone and Redstone. Let's talk about Stakestone. I don't know why I get a really good vibe out of Stakestone. So as we look at coins that we're considering to accumulate, it's not just like, have they gone high before or anything like that. We're looking at tokenomics. We're looking at market cap. We're looking at how long the project's been around. We're looking at, you know, how many followers they have accumulated, aka attention. We're in an attention economy, so how much attention are they getting on social media? Like, we're using a lot of metrics to decide, and we're probably gonna do a stream where like we literally just go over all of that stuff, right? In a stream, it'll be added. We're not going to take anything away. Market cap 30 million, been as high as 392 million. Huge disparity, but if you look at it, it's really just been one ginormous wick. All right, most of its life, if you ignore that wick right there, right, most of its life, it's lived in a bit of a range. Let's go ahead and show that. I did this the other day. I don't know what you want to set it at. I mean, this is really the range. There's a couple wicks outlying here, but it's been, oh yeah, you got to click it every time on the plugin. It's really been in this area here, right, that it's been accumulating. Here's what I like about Stakestone. Here's what I have to say. There used to be a guy who did TA on BitBoy's channel. Now, BitBoy brought him on and he did TA every day. He has no connection really to BitBoy, right? And it didn't do it all the time. He did it for like an era, right? And he would play the piano. I think his name was like Matty B. I think his name was Matty B. That just came to my mind. Anyways, he'd play piano and he'd do Bitcoin technical analysis. It was a really cool concept. People really loved that part of his show. So Bankroll, if you want to learn how to play the piano so that you could do the same thing, let me know. I'll bring you on. Anyways, I'm saying that because he used to always say that which wicked gets candlesticked, saying like when the market shows you a willingness, because a wick is showing a willingness to go to a certain place, right? And it said like it's willing to go to $1.85. And right now it's at 13 cents. So I'm wondering, is this just a freakish outlier based off of some news and some manipulation? It could be. It's a small enough token. But also, would it kill me to take $50 and throw it in and buy at like 13 cents, 12 cents, and then just set a sell order, set a sell order at like $1.85 and let it hit? Like, I don't know. Said, be ready because the other day can be yesterday or 10 years ago. LOL, I love it, man. I say the same thing. Yeah, you got it. Piano Matty B says Plague Dogs. FOMO'd in at the top. Did he? I don't follow him. My only time I've ever seen him is basically when he was on the BitBoy show. I've never followed him besides that. But Piano Matty B, yeah, that's who it was. It was fun, though. It was fun. The whole piano thing with the TA was kind of cool. Anyways, I want to show off the website for a minute. I never did read the description. Stakestone is a crypto-native neobank for on-chain yield, payment, and AI agent finance. Let's bring up their Twitter. There's been some renewed interest in this because you have to ask yourself, like, why the heck did it all of a sudden pump to $1.85 when most of its life it's been no more than, say, 19 cents? What was that about, right? So that's what we want to get to the bottom of here. Let's see, their pin post is from December 5th. Stone Wallet, yield built in. But let's see who their regular postings are here. So Stone Wallet in action, paying with Stone Wallet for breakfast, fast and simple. So they have a real working product, it looks like. I think it's pretty cool. We started with Pebbles. We took the time to build something better, and now it's all coming together. So kind of my takeaway here when it comes to Stakestone and Stone Wallet and all these things is they've been building some things quietly in the background, and they're kind of ready to launch them. And so I think that's really cool. I think that could bring a lot of interest in it where maybe there wasn't a lot of people paying a lot of attention before. The future of banking is here, right? Social logins, gasless transactions. They say they have security, know your agent. So AI agents are going to be even able to move through this stuff. I like that they say they have a 12% APY with Stakestone USD, 3.5 for Bitcoin, and then of course just regular ETH bearing 2.8. But I like that high APY. I'd throw $100 in it and let it, stack up. Let's go to start earning and see what it looks like on the back end. It looks to me like a lot of it lives on the actual application, right? On the actual wallet. But they do have a few things here on their Web3 version, right? You're going to be able to swap and get into Stakestone, of course. Then you're going to have, let's get the drop down here. So you have the USD, the Stone, and then, which is Stone, I believe, is the Ethereum, and then Stone BTC is upgrading right now. You have a liquidity pad and a bridge, just your basic financial infrastructure type things that you might want or need to use this product. You have Ethereum and BNB chain. Just wanted to show that off. So I want to get on the Stakestone app and maybe start messing with it a little bit, making a couple of videos, cool stuff like that. Oh, look at this. More pop-ups to click out of. Let's go. Now, Redstone, on the other hand, I think it's funny because Stakestone and Redstone, they're running together. What in the world is that about? No, that's a song he did. Oh, you're right. You're right. I wanna say that he would do that on the stream. I can't remember. We got Project Pambu. What's up, Project? Welcome in. He says hello. Smash that like button for me. Do you love cryptocurrency? We do a lot of stuff here. I'm not even going to rattle it all off for you unless you want me to. But I hope you stick around, man. We have a lot of stuff to go over, and we've been live for an hour already. We've just gone over what's trending on the day, some of the trades that we're in. We looked at some TA. We have a lot of show to do. So thanks for being here. Smash that like button, sub, and there's a link to our Discord. It's free for now in the description and also in the chat. Blues guy killing it, saying hello and hitting him with some of the links. There we go. All right, Redstone is at 17 cents. Redstone has been around for, I think, a while. Let's go throw it on the weekly chart here. Even the weekly chart, you got to go back a little bit. 24th of February, 2025. So it's been around a while, but it hasn't been around since 2020 or something. A lot of those coins lose my interest. Once you've been around since 2022, 23 or under, or farther back, I say you've been in the market long enough and you haven't been able to garnish interest. So you need to do something as a project if you've been around that long. So when you've only been around since February of 2025, that gives me good vibes. That makes me think that you could still have a chance to come back to relevancy here. So it is 60 million in market cap, been as high as 249 million. The disparity's not so bad compared to most projects. Redstone is a modular oracle for DeFi. Now, we get to pop out of those pop-ups again. Love it. All right, so redstone.finance. And here's what I wanted to kind of make. I think that the reason make apparent is the reason why I think this is actually getting some attention is because it's integrating and doing something. Redstone acquires, looks like Credora, right? Becoming the biggest DeFi rating provider. So they're making moves here. They're modular, very cutting edge. We talked about blockchain technology, raising people's crypto IQ. For those who don't know, is this a chart channel? We do charts on this channel, but we do a lot more than that. The whole point of this channel, Project Pambu, is that we're trying to raise people's crypto IQ. We do airdrops, we do DeFi gaming, we do charts, we do what is trending, we do, DeFi gambling, we do all kinds of stuff every day. We do it every day, or Monday through Saturday, right? I'm off on Sundays, but we do it every day, guys. So if you want an all-around, all-inclusive, then definitely check it out. But if you like charts, Project, and you like trading, shout out to that one guy in the chat that's Bankroll. Join our Discord and go to Bankroll's tab where everybody hangs out and does that kind of stuff. We have a really cool people there. We have people building some really cool instruments and stuff like that. Believe me, you want to stick around. Anyways, it's modular and it's also a blockchain oracle. I like that. But here's what I want to say about any project. We need to understand how the money flows into the market cap. This Redstone could do amazing things. They could be the back-end oracle for a bunch of blockchain projects. As a company, they could put a lot of money in their treasury and it never move the market cap of the asset one penny. All right. So are they doing buybacks? Are they doing burns? Those are the type of things we really want to look at. Thanks, Blues Guy, for answering him. I appreciate my mods. Anyways, that's what I wanted to say. I like Stakestone. Let's see what happens when you click Stake Red. This is eigenlayer.xyz. You can stake on here. I was hoping Ramirez would come back, the one talking about Digibyte, because we went and we looked at what he was talking about yesterday, and ChatGPT was like, no, there's no staking or DigiDoll or anything. It could be brand new, and sometimes ChatGPT is not very good with things that are brand new, right? And hold up, we're going to do the news in just a second here, guys, so hold up, we're going to do that. But anyways, apparently you can stake here. I don't understand this eigencloud.xyz. I haven't interacted with this a lot, so we're gonna have to do that at some point. Dig into that. And let's finish up what we're doing here with our rundown. TrueFi. I've seen it before. I forget what it is. It has Fi in it, right? So TrueFi is a DeFi protocol for uncollateralized lending powered by True Token, right? So they're a lending that makes them a financial product. Let's go over here, look at the tags. Avalanche, Ethereum, and Plume are their ecosystems. I noticed there's no Solana here. I think that's missing the mark a little bit, right? Let's go to the weekly, see how long this thing has been around. It looks like the 18th of January 2021 token generation event. Market cap 11.3 million, been as high as 425 million. Huge disparity there. Let's check out the website. Ramirez says, I'm here, bro. DigiDollar hasn't launched, not staking time lock UTX. Okay. See, I had a feeling that I had some of the details maybe not straight. Also, like, this happens all the time with ChatGPT. Like, say somebody famous literally just passed away. If you go to ChatGPT and ask about it, it's not updated. It doesn't know. So, yeah. Let's, Ramirez, thanks for being here, man. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in the regular stream and not the member stream, so that, you know, we can talk about it. Let's go. Thanks for being here. BTC 1 minute long signal, he says. Okay, let's move over and see what we got going on. With the trades, I'm probably going to take profits on them. I mean, pulling another dollar in when you're only trading with a small amount of money. Yeah, I want to get out of this. Already lost a good bit, but we weren't paying attention. That's what happens when you're live streaming. So let's close this. Invalid closing price. Okay. Just flash close it. Bang. I'll leave the QQQ one to bear here. Actually I'm gonna close that as well. Bang. All right. And from here we're gonna look at potentially taking a long. Let's hop down to the 5 minute. I don't know about longing. I was wanting to get out of those anyways, so no worries. No worries, dude. I like these streams. That's why I'm here. Hey, man, I'm really glad to hear that, brother. Thank you for saying that. All right. So my BTC long is looking like this flag on the 1 minute. Now, flags underneath the 200-day moving average have a tendency to not really play out for the longs. The short stuff plays out better. But in order to get back above the 200, you do kind of have to go up at some point, right? And let's look at this cup in handy. Cup. Also, double bottom there. Cup and handle. I'm going to take it. And I'm going to put pretty tight stop loss on this thing. Probably down at 70,500. So let's load in. Let's see how we're doing here full port. I got to stop full porting. I always full port. I'm using such little money, so it's like I want a full port, but that's the type of risk management stuff that I'd be messing myself up with. Let's just run 50. Leave ourselves a little bit of room. Man, I'm not in yet. Dang it. Let's go. Open long. I'll figure the other stuff out in a minute. Bang. Oh, that's a limit order. I don't want no dang limit order. Sorry. We need a market order. I'm sure we all do that sometime. And I'm going to throw 35 in there. 35%. Bang. It looks like we're doing pretty good for a long. Actually, I'm going to add another 20%, right? 'Cause I don't want it to be so small that I don't make anything. All right, so we're in for about $6.48. Then we want to go ahead and put our take profit stop loss here. We said, what was it? 70,500. Why is it not typing? 70,500. I would stand to lose 28 cents. I think I can handle that. Like, I think I can handle losing 28 cents. That's why I was going to full port, because I'm really really close. Like, I'd probably lose like 50 cents or something like that, which is not end of the world. But we'll leave a little bit of money to add to our trade here. I would like to change the leverage, but keep the leverage low, keep the risk low. I gotta personally do better about risk management, right? Double bottom into a flag. I'm swinging. There you go. Wakey, wakey, Asia Bulls. Hold longs. There we go. I just closed all my shorts and I opened a long. So let's see if we get to cooking. We've already dropped from where I was. So that's nice. Oof. There we go. Starting to drop a little bit. It's a good thing I left a little bit on the table to add to my position. I wouldn't mind adding right here. That's almost significant to add another like 10%. I'm playing with tiny money and I could lose like maybe, you know, $1 or something like that. Not a big deal. I'm gonna say 7,500. That's, yeah, you see the red line there. That's pretty dang close to the bottom there. If we go that low, that kind of negates this cup and handle, in my opinion. Add another 10% here. As it drops. Has the 3-minute reset yet? Nope, 3-minute wants to come down, 5-minute wants to come down, 15-minute wants to go up. So it looks like we need a good like probably 10-15 minutes before we actually get some pump out of it. Inverted head and shoulders, says Plague Dogs. Yep. Awesome, thanks guys. Project Pombo says, so Ramirez, are you? Question mark? I don't know what his question is. Oh, I don't know, but I enjoy my time. Hey, I'm glad to hear it. See, we chart exactly. Yeah, for sure. Let's ride the Artemis to the moon. Let's go. And look at that, just like that, we're starting to move. Glad that I got a few things. I got distracted. I was gonna add another 10%, but it's good. I've got 50%, little under 50% in here. And look at that, man, starting to move. That cup and handle looking pretty nice. And of course, like Plague Dog said, shoulder, head, shoulder for the win, which is a known reversal pattern, bottom pattern, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna get rid of some of these lines because I feel like they kind of make things confusing. I will leave the falling wedge though. Nice breakout there. Love that. I'm cool with what we got so far. Cryptic Quentin says I jumped in the long as well. Yeah, now that we have a high potential that we're at a bottom here, we're probably going to be doing a lot more trading and stuff. Just keep that in mind. I saw you on the last stream, didn't want to join, but I'm pretty sure it's you. Huh. I don't know if he's talking to Ramirez or me. Are you talking to me, Project? That's how we do it, boys. There you go. Let's go. Exactly. Look at that nice little pump that we're running to. So if you're playing this flag, I mean, you have a measured move to like 71,000. Another thing that we could definitely do is pull up, what is it? My mind is blanking. Bookmap. Trying to remember so many things all the time. Let's go. Shout out for my memory being as good as an elephant. He says, and girls. Oops, that's how we do it, boys. And girls. Yeah, don't talk to Melissa like that. Don't leave Melissa out like that. It's unacceptable. I'm just messing with you, Plague Dogs. And Plague Dogs, shout out to you, man. Thank you. You started coming around, and then you started coming around real consistent. And I really appreciate you being here, man. Said I've been DCAing into Zcash. When did you buy Zcash recently? Because man, has that thing boomed in the last week or whatever. All right, are we getting rejected at the 200? Is this a good time to hop out with our 13 cents? I don't know. I don't know if 13 cents is really worth hopping out on. Now, bro, I was talking to Ramirez. Okay, I thought so. You might have an important figure in crypto here, but he's not saying, so I can't be sure. Oh, you're telling me Ramirez is a big dog and he doesn't want to let us know? Hey, it doesn't matter. We love him all the same, whether he's a big dog in the, I don't know, YouTube or something like that or not. Everybody welcome here. We crypto family. Yeah, it looks like we might have a little rejection here at the 200. But also, we're falling back under. You have kind of two support resistances that are like really close together. You have this one here, right, which we're above, but then you have this other one. What is this? Let's get rid of that. I think that was my that was my Fibonacci retracement. That's what it was. So now we just see if we can get above the 200. We're on a 1 minute time frame. A lot of times you pump to the 200, you get rejected. But you rather than drastically fall back down, or you start flagging out and then you push through. Looks like you might flag out and push through. The 15 minute has got legs and is pointed in the right direction. You're basically bouncing off the 200 here. See this trend line? If we lose this trend line here on the 15 minute, I'm going to flip back short. It is what it is. But if we can flag out, pull some gains, get a nice pump, I'd like to see us get back above the 21, right? That's what I'd really like. Let's see. Ramirez says phase 7 transmission, phase 8 awakening, DGB 1-to-1%. 5 minute MACD looking sweet. Hey, I love that you say that. I don't look at the MACD enough. Maybe that's something in the voice chat. Plague Dogs. Maybe Plague Dogs, are you in the Discord? What's your name in the Discord? I think you're in the Discord. I remember now. We've been hanging out in the voice chat a lot. Somebody come talk to me about the MACD, right? Somebody who feels like they use the MACD a lot and they have a good handle on it. Talk to me about the MACD, because it's one of those things that I've just kind of always not put a lot of stock in, just because I don't know. I just haven't. I focused on other things. There's a lot of things I do understand well, like Fibonacci retracement and all of those different things, patterns. Okay, we're going to break that 200. Let's break that previous wick high here at 70,900. Let's close up. Oh, there it goes. We want to close significantly above it. I'm up 21 cents. I'm really dialing my risk management and I'm telling myself, if I can't take $10 and be responsible with $10, then there's just no point in putting $100 or $200 in there. I'm really kind of forcing myself to be a lot more accountable and not play around so much, because I do be doing that. Project Pombo says, no way, dude. I like it. Humble take profit 71,333. Humble take profit. I like that. I'm still nasty. Yeah, when I said it, then I realized what it was. Yeah. You were there. You were there in the voice chat today. I think I can explain it well. Well, the simple part of it anyway. HODL Underground, you are the market maker. Yeah, there you go. Crushing the live trades at the Underground Crypto channel, y'all. Let's ride. Exactly. And are we going to get above the 200 and get to rocking? I'm looking to see if we can at least get somewhere higher in this measured move. Again, when you're playing with a little amount of money, I'm up 18 cents. It's like 3%. If we go back down to like break even, I'd probably close it before we got to break even at like 2 or 3 cents or something stupid. But I'm in it to hold for a little bit of a longer move here. And then, of course, you have the actual, I never pulled up the measured move of the inverted head and shoulder. So let's do that. From the neckline, gives you slightly higher to like 71,196, 192. So this is what we're looking for here. Let's add some rays. Let's get some ray action going on here. Horizontal ray. Bink. Bink. That one's not perfect. All right, and this is kind of what we're looking for here. The 1 minute's getting a little toppy. We'd like to hold above this yellow line. Support resistance flip here. We want to hold above that, which we did, and then we got the pump. Now we want to hold above the 200, or at least that support and resistance yellow line, while maybe the 1 minute stochastic resets. And then I think we're good there at that point. Yeah, DJ Mr. Nasty Time. I love that, bro. That's awesome. Anon DTSPU down. What? Said I didn't know you was Plague. Oh, there you go. That's funny. I threw 100 on 30X. Yeah, there you go. I tried to change my name on here. It wouldn't let me. This is my old ass gamer tag when I used to play BF4. I was a nerd for that shit. Yeah, exactly. Come back down to entry. Looks like a bear flag. Use stop losses could turn into an inverted cup and handle or a descended triangle, he says. Yeah. Basically, my take profit, I'm going to move it to, let's see, will it actually let me move it? Come on. I want to move it to just slightly under the 21. All right, it doesn't want to cooperate for some reason, the drag and drop. I don't know what that's about. So basically, I'm waiting to see if this 1 minute stochastic, resets and we stay above the support and resistance. If we don't, I'm closing the trade, and that's how I'm rocking. But I got a stream to do, so I don't know if I'll have time to do all that, to pay attention to it. HODL method, session, close voice, silent, DGB 1 to 1%. He's getting techie on me. I got some old montages on here when I used to play. Hey, that's funny. Use stop loss could turn into it. Yep, there you go. I got a stop loss rocking. Only thing works on these long days. Okay, sorry, my bad. I don't know who he must be talking to. Ramirez. HODL and buckle up. Come on, parabolic rip for us at the 200. Let's go. Yeah, I'm hanging in there to see if we can make another $1. All right, and then we don't have a lot of exciting things here. Anything new? No. Aria AI is probably the most new project on here that I'm not used to seeing. I don't actually know how new it is. Look at that chart. That thing's been pumping from a double bottom of 0.05 all the way to 68 cents. It's kind of beautiful. Token generation event 18th of August 2025 at 124 million, all-time high 131. So it's up there, guys. It is definitely doing its thing. Let's swap it into the hour. Looks like it's flagging out. You could definitely see it's making a flag. Inside that flag, I also kind of see an M pattern for sure. So you'd have to watch, make sure you don't make an M. M's then also turn into head and shoulders, right? So you get an M and that can dump you, or you can make another leg and then you have an inverted head and shoulder. You look like you kind of at a high. You have a tweezer top right there. It might be good to pull a fib on this thing, but that's why you kind of watch and you learn. That's not what I wanted. Nope, I want the fib retracement from the impulse, full range, including the wick. I noticed Lifer and Master Friend do that a little bit differently. I mean, if you're going to fall out and go down, you could get a nice entry at about 0.54. I got to start screenshotting these things. That's what I need to do. Oh, wait, it's not set up right. We're going to screenshot it, but we're going to do a better job. You don't have to worry about this. See this zero line from where I pulled the impulse? This stuff under it, you don't really need to worry about that, right? Can I make it bigger? Can I expand this? I'm pretty sure I can expand it, right? Oh, more pop-ups. Blessed. All right, let's see. There we go. That's a little better for a screenshot. I'm not even sure where to post that in the group, but I'm going to post that somewhere in the group. We're going to start doing that a lot more. This is probably worth looking at, watching. This is Aria AI. It's been hot. It's definitely been hot. Let's go to the website. Aria AI is an AI game platform designed with its own IP-related gameplay at its core. I heard of a guy flip $20 into 250K on leverage, bro. I'm sure. Said, this is fun, guys. You are helping the little guy that is not great with charts yet. Much appreciated so much. Underground, pull out to the BTC 30-minute and redo your take profit. Okay. He says 30-minute, right? Bang. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm playing a very local inverted head and shoulder. I think he's talking about this. Like shoulder, head, shoulder. Is that what you're talking about? And then at that point, you would be looking at, let's grab the measured move here. You'd be looking at something like this. Bang, bang. Come on. I don't know why it's lagging on me. Lagging hard. I don't like where it put that. There we go. So at that point, you'd be looking at like 72,376-ish. And you'd be looking at like a return to the levels here, to this top. Let's throw another ray on that bad boy so we can keep that locked in our minds. Bang. Much higher take profit. I assume that's what he means. Fib, the impulse on the 30-minute, 0.382 caught us. Gotta include wicks. The wicks, in my opinion, gotta chart. The full move is what the homies taught me. Yeah, I take the full move, the full area. Master Friend always talks about that. Love that you fibbed before you saw my message saying to fib. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, I love those Fibonacci retracements. Who asked if we chart? Yeah, they're getting the clinic right now. Exactly. Area A, big casino in Vegas. Okay. See, I didn't know that. Bankroll with the knowledge. That's why we're a collective, right? That's why we're a community and not just me up here like I'm so smart. Look at me. I need everybody. We all need each other. That's what it's all about. That's what it means to be crypto family. So spread your love. Hear what I'm saying. I said it before you, the 1 hour that works. Pull out farther. That's the flagpole. I said it before you got to the 1 hour. That works too. Okay, yeah. So we do have this higher move up here. Earlier I was kind of looking at this as a shoulder, head, and shoulder that might dump us. So again, I have this trend line here. I'm constantly deleting anything extra we don't need. So this trend line here that I got, right? When I do my trend lines, I like to not use the wicks, right? Just the candle bodies. If we come back down and we lose that, I'm flipping short and I'm looking for a 786 retracement on this entire range here, which I like to pull from this impulse there. Nice flat top. I love that. And a 786 retracement would be all the way down at 68,850, right? So call it 68,800. The thing is, you have to lose the 30-minute 200 to even get there, right? Same thing here. If we pull it up more on the hour, you have to, well, see, on the hour you could drop there and not lose the 200, right? So I kind of like that. This action up here looks very Bart Simpson. It looks like it could easily roll over. So I'd be very interested to see what happens here. Let's put it that way. We'll be monitoring it as we go. Back to the 15-minute. Get rid of this Fibonacci because it makes life a little difficult. And actually, let's get back to that 1 minute chart. So look, we did exactly what I was saying. The stochastic RSI on the 1 minute reset, and we didn't lose this support at roughly 70,800. That's what I want to see. The 21's coming up. We bounced off the 21. We're respecting it. The 21's about to cross the 200. We're in early. We're ahead of the game. But what we really want to see is the 1 minute get above the 200, flag out, 21 come into price action, and boom, with the stochastic reset. Powerful stuff. We are on, of course, the 1 minute. The 3 minute looking like it wants to reset. 5 minute looking like it also wants to reset, but the 15 still has legs. And this is where you kind of like get all over the place, right? Like you have the 3 minute telling you it wants to, the 1 minute saying stochastic has reset, the 3 and the 5 saying no, we need to come down and reset as well to give you more momentum with your pump. And then of course you've got the 15 saying, nah, I got some more legs in me, we might pump a little more before I let the 3 and the 5 minute actually reset. 30 minute I'm sure has more legs. 30 minute just starting to cook. 1 hour just starting to cook. 4 hour, let's see, the 4 hour never really reset, but it is starting to turn. You can double click on any of your indicators and they will let you zoom in. You can see it's headed down. The 4 hour hasn't actually turned around yet. It's still trending down to say maybe that 21. Anyways, there's a lot of different ways to skin a bird, if you got me. So we're just going to keep watching this in the minutia. We might have to go to the 1 second chart. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to stay here. We're above the 200, and that's a good look. Now, if you know anything about this channel, you would know that I love to raise that crypto IQ. And this week, we've been talking all about emotional intelligence when it comes to the market, trading, all of that fun stuff. Whoa, you thought we had forgot about raising that crypto IQ? You think I forgot about the story just because we're almost an hour and 40 minutes into the stream? Absolutely not. We're still getting started here, guys. All right, let's see. Spread your love and hear what I am saying now. Oh, Blues Guy singing us a song. He said, I said it before. You got to the 1 hour. That works too. Okay, cool. I had already read that. Anon, please, just one question if you can. I got the signals from DTSP. Are we at phase 8? I swear I won't ask any more questions. Project Pombo is cooking in here with Ramirez. I think they might know each other. I think so. Thank you, Underground. This is awesome. I love this a lot. You are helping me so much. I know I mentioned it and will keep mentioning it. Much gratitude IQ. Hey, there you go. We're raising your gratitude IQ too. There's not much IQ that we can't raise around here, right? Crypto isn't just a number, right? Again, we're talking about emotional intelligence in the market, right? Crypto isn't just a number. It's not just a chart, price action, or token moving up and down, because if it were, it would behave a lot more like predictability, right? It would be more predictable than it is, but it doesn't, because underneath all of it, crypto is driven by something much more human, belief. Let's highlight that. Let's talk about it for a minute. So what are the candles, right? Candles are a reflection of what's going on in the market. The buys, the sell, people dumping, people aping in, people FOMOing, people, selling it because they need to pay a bill, right? Has everything to do with human emotion, from both related human emotion related to the market to even unrelated to the market. Like when somebody has to sell a couple of $1 million worth of a position because they need to cover something else in their life, or they decide they're going to cash out because they're up and they're going to buy a house, and that has nothing to do with what the market is doing, but it could still affect the market. So a chart is a reflection of human emotion, not just value of an asset. You might see something dump because of a world event in news, right? Iran stuff. Or you might see it pump off of that stuff. That's all human emotion and speculation. What is speculation better defined as than belief, right? So people don't just buy assets in this space. They buy into ideas. They buy into the idea that something is early. And as far as I'm concerned, you're in crypto, we could potentially be at a bottom here. I think you're early in general, right? That something is going to change the future. So we're speculating on something big, like people speculated on BTC to start with. Boy, did they win big on that speculation. That something is about to matter more than people realize. And when enough people believe in the same thing, that belief starts to take on some weight. It turns into attention, it turns into capital, it turns into momentum, and you enter into a loop of momentum and capital and stuff, right? And suddenly something that didn't matter before becomes the center of the market. But belief is fragile, right? If that belief begins to be challenged, if people can't keep up with the integrating, they can't keep up with the development at the rate of speed that people are dreaming, which it never can. Keep that in mind. No matter what the narrative is and things, the development of it will never keep up at the same pace as people can dream up some stuff. It doesn't disappear all at once, it fades quietly. People stop talking about it as much, right? Kind of how we feel a little bit in the crypto market now. They stop defending it, they stop feeling connected to it, and once belief weakens, everything that was built on top of it starts to weaken too. That's why crypto feels so different depending on which phase you're in, because you're not just watching price, you're watching belief build and break. Now, people don't just buy assets, they buy into an idea. That's where we're going to pick up here in just a moment. Of course, we're going to bounce back to our trade, which looks like it's giving back a little bit, losing the 21. Kind of looks like a shoulder, head and shoulder on the 1 minute. I don't get too into like the stock of patterns on like a 1 minute chart. You could drive yourself absolutely nuts doing that. Again, I want to get out if we lose. If we close the candle on even the 1 minute under this support and resistance, I'll go ahead and get out. Wow, I just moved it. And I don't have an undo button. I don't like that. There we go. And we're getting down there, right? Are we going to bounce or what are we going to do? Yeah. So then Ramirez hit him with some secret code language, and now Project Pombu is he's wigging out. He's excited. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for running up to chat. Look at that custom emoji blues guy. There we go. All right, there it is. Let's close. Flash close. Bang. I'll take my 7 cents and run. It never really made me a lot of money. My leverage was too small. And again, we have this trend line down here. And we will delete some of this stuff here. Delete. 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 And people are probably like, why'd you get out? It's going to turn around and pump back up. That's cool. Let the 1 minute get back above the 200 and make a flag. I'll get out. I'll get in. Or let us come down and have like a nice Fibonacci retracement. I would also get back in on that. Or we lose our trend line and I open short. And that's kind of what we're talking about here, right? Bang, coming down to the 0.382. Let's see, we could get a little more full range there. You're on the 0.382 here. Does look like you could be making a shoulder, head, and shoulder, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder, something of that effect. We'll keep that on the table. You guys keep me dialed in. Let's move over to the news. All right, let's get rid of this. I don't need that. All right, here's the chart. Here's a picture today. Main market stories, right? Stop loss 70,666. Dude, this guy just gave me a signal that he's going to be giving out information in the DTSP signal. He's communicating by dinging wallets in a specific sequence. That sounds like some wild speculation, if you ask me. It could totally be true, but yeah, I don't know anything about that, but I hope it's amazing for you. Let us know how it works out. So here's the main story according to ChatGPT. Crypto traded like a risk-on asset around the US. Iran ceasefire headline. Bitcoin ripping to roughly 72,700 in trade, right? Into trade. Before cooling off, ETH jumped hard as one of the latest snapshot BTC is around 70,633, both off their session highs. Routers and market coverage ties the move directly to relief over the ceasefire and collapsing oil prices, while also stressing a truce still looks pretty fragile. Why Iran matters to crypto right now. The ceasefire announcement triggered a broad relief rally across stocks and crypto while oil plunged sharply, because traders started pricing out the worst case energy shock from the Strait of Hormuz. But the market is not treating this as fully resolved, right? it's a very fragile, ceasefire at this point. Reuters notes uncertainty remains high, and any ceasefire breakdown could send oil, the dollar, and volatility back up while pressuring risk assets again. What's actually moving inside the market today? Let's see. Bitcoin ETH strengthened in the headlines, but the move also hit XRP, Sol, and Doge. I don't know about that. Doge did not seem to move. DTSP is a language built in sending small amounts of DGB in certain sequences to make words. Wow. That sounds deep. Sounds really cool. I like it. But, I don't know. That sounds like some intelligent agency level stuff right there. Have you hit the like button yet? Blues Guy wants to know. Have you bought a membership yet so that you can be a part of the members only segment of this show? I think if you could see our members only segment, I think you would be sad to miss out. Let's put it that way. And we're rolling into 2 hours here. So pretty much what we got going on here is we're going to do the news stuff. We're going to finish our talking points for raising that crypto IQ. Emotional intelligence style is the series this week. And then we're going to hit our airdrop features, and then we're going to move to the members only. All right, other relevant crypto stories today. Morgan Stanley new low-fee spot Bitcoin ETF. It launched today and drew strong early attention, which is meaningful institution adoption headline if the Iran story is dominating tape action. Separately, the ETH Foundation said it would convert 5,000 ETH to stablecoin for operations and grants, which became another widely discussed ETH-specific story. Reuters also reported that 6 Swiss banks are testing use cases for Swiss franc stablecoins, showing that stablecoin infrastructure remains one of the strongest ongoing themes in the sector. Guys, don't sleep on the whole stablecoin stuff. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, it's just stable to the US dollar. Like, why is that important? It took me a long time to understand, and I mean a long time like from when I got in crypto, why stablecoin infrastructure is what they started with regulation, why it's so important to the U.S. government. Think about this, guys. The U.S. government took a look at everything that crypto is, and they said stablecoin infrastructure is what we want. Infrastructure, regulation, infrastructure, whatever you want to call it. They looked at all of it and they were like, yeah, we want to dial down on this. That should tell you something, right? What seems to be trending on X today? So, of course, the Iran ceasefire, BTC rally, Polymarket ceasefire bets, of course, people are betting hard on that. The Morgan Stanley ETF and the Ethereum Foundation 5,000 ETH stablecoin conversion. My read on the market tone today looks like a macro headline: market first, crypto market second. There you go. And then we come down. Wall Street ends sharply higher on U.S. Iran ceasefire. Dollar steadies as fragile U.S. ceasefire away. Everything's about ceasefire, right? Crypto market rally as Trump announces 2-week Iran something or other ceasefire. So it's supposed to go on for like 2 weeks. Maybe we can get some very positive price action. That's another level. He says, am I chat banned? No, we can see you. Project Pombo, you ain't done nothing to get banned, man. I mean, if you're just excited about something, talking about something, that's cool. I can't ban anybody who says too many things when I want the chat to run. So appreciate everybody who keeps this chat moving. Let's make a move here to keep that chat going. Bitcoin, Ether, oil shorts lead to 427 million wiped out. Of course, there's always somebody getting liquidated no matter what. Morgan Stanley Bitcoin ETF draws 33.9 million, and Swiss Bank to test possibility for the. Yep, okay. And that is the news for today. Let's check in on what's going on. It did, of course, bounce right back off that 386. I don't stress because what am I looking for? I'm looking for a flag. I'm looking for us to flag out above the 200 with the 21 in price action. There you go. And I like when it happens on the 3-minute. I'm not going to lie. But the 3-minute isn't actually back to the 200 yet. So we're going to hyper-focus on the 1 minute for now. And what do we see? I still see that kind of shoulder, head, and shoulder is still a possibility on the table. But in order to do that, you kind of need to lose the 21 and the 200 at this point. We're kind of stacking ourselves up good. And then, of course, right under that 21 and 200, we have that support and resistance that we lost for a second, but you reclaimed it. I mean, I do see like an inverted head and shoulder coming, which looks pretty nice, but usually an inverted head and shoulder is a reversal pattern for a dump, not like a continuation pattern at a pump. So but that doesn't mean anything. It could play out. Again, I don't get crazy about patterns unless they're big patterns like this down here. Although it's on the 1 minute, it's made up of a lot of different, basically it's big enough that you would see the pattern on a higher time frame, then it's notable to me. It matters. Where like if it's such a small pattern that if you went to the 3 minute, you wouldn't like see this inverted head and shoulder. If we go to the 5 minute, will you even see it? No, then you wouldn't even really notice it. You wouldn't even really pick it out. That kind of makes it a lot less considerable in my opinion. But nevertheless, we shall watch. It is down to the line there. Where you're right there. I don't really love how this is kind of like rolling over. That could be not the best indicator. I'm going to wait another minute. Said, I answered your question from earlier, but that comment isn't showing up. I don't know. That's probably a YouTube thing, Project Pombo. I know you haven't been blocked. The only people here who have like admin type stuff, I think, is Blues Guy, Melissa, maybe that one guy. I think he might be a mod. But anyways, Melissa, are you still here? I haven't heard from the Melissa in a while. This looks like you might get a move out of this. That looks like a nice inverted head and shoulder for sure. Why am I drawing all over the map? You only got a 0.38 retracement there. Let's get rid of that. Clean up our chart a little bit. I almost want to call this a falling wedge, but it's made up of 3 candles on the 1 minute. Like, I don't want to get overly excited about that. The 1 minute RSI is topping out. I kind of, at the very minimum for a long here, I'd really like to see the 1 minute RSI at least reset, but it might just go without doing it. 3 minute. Turned around. 5 minute, still way topped out. The 15 minute starting to top out. Yeah, that 15 minute, if it rolls over, might be a good entry for a short. The 1 hour's bottomed out, so you're like all over the place. You kind of got to know what time frame you're wanting to do. Nah, bro, it's Anon. Not the first time that's happened to me. Okay, could be. I don't know. Was down to 250 on silver, only 160, getting better, LOL. Okay, got you. I follow. If I was trying to type anything about the context, I get centered, suppression is real. Now I definitely know it was Anon. All right. I do understand what you're saying. I'm outside on the phone. Okay, Melissa. I was just curious if you were here. No stress. Do your thing. We all have, people who hit us up and we gotta make time, right? Or maybe you're talking to your insurance company. I don't know. You're doing whatever you gotta do. So let's get dialed back in. We're in market. Let's make sure we could be ready here. I kind of like, yeah. Let's see something. If we put it down here, even here, 70,660. At that point, we'd lose 69 cents. I want to leave myself some dry powder. And I kind of want to turn my leverage up. I'm missing it. While I'm talking. Is what it is. Dang. All right. Definitely kind of missing the move here. Is it going to come back down for me? Because really that's beginning to break out of your bigger pattern here. Your wedge, if you hop into the 5 minute. Maybe potentially breaking out. But again, if you don't break out, what are you most likely doing? Right down. So I'm going to watch for a second before I just buy a 1 minute, pulse. No, it's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and open that long. Measured move on that inverted head and shoulder. And let's see. I always forget where the parabolic curve is. Parabolic channel? Is that what I want? No, that's not what I want. Yo, where is the parabolic curve? Or the curve in the trading view settings? Like, I can never find this thing. I have it saved on my trading view. I know how to get to it quickly there. Do they not have it here? Pitchfork, fib wedge. I don't know how to use all these. Fib circles, fib channel, fib extension. I use the fib retracement a lot. You got pitchforks, parallel channels, disjoint channels, trend angle. There's always so many things to learn. All right, I don't know how to use any of those. Six trades, 3 in super green, 3 in some drawdown. There you go. All right, I left myself still plenty of money to add, double down here if I need be. Could start getting a breakout. What I'd like to see now, of course, is a flag. Let's have this bad boy like flag out, right? For like a good 10 minutes and tell us that we're going to do something. That's what I'd like to see. Or we could just straight pump. I'm already in, so it doesn't matter to me. But let's see if that can happen here. Start building ourselves a projection. I definitely bought the top of that pump on the local. We'll see what happens in a couple of minutes. All right, let's get us back to our talking points. Let's raise that crypto IQ. Let's do our airdrop stuff here in a minute. So people don't just buy assets, right? They buy into an idea. One of the most important things to understand about crypto is that people are not just reacting to numbers. They are reacting to what those numbers represent. This is some deep sauce. Remember the other day, and I'm gonna keep bringing this up, you can understand things on a surface level, or you can use your mental fortitude. I'm trying to use the bigger word there, but now I'm looking dumb. So anyways, use mental fortitude and actually understand what the core concept is deeper than the surface value. All right, that didn't go as planned. One of the most important things to understand, is that people are not just reacting to numbers, they are reacting to what those numbers represent, a future, a narrative, an opportunity that creates conviction. Now, belief is what gives momentum direction. Money alone doesn't explain movement in crypto. Belief gives movement direction. It tells people what matters, what's next, and what is worth paying for. Without belief, there's no shared focus, and we need a shared focus for number go up. Belief spreads socially, not individually. Belief doesn't form in isolation. It spreads through timelines, conversation, repetition, shared conviction. That's why certain ideas can suddenly feel obvious to everyone all at once. Also, strong marketing campaigns, right, over on Twitter or something. Strong belief can outweigh weak fundamentals short term. This is an uncomfortable truth, right? People believing in something strong can matter more than even some fundamentals. In the short term, strong belief can carry something further than fundamentals justify, right? Like a big blow off top for something is because of that idea. Because people are acting on what they expect, not what exists. When belief fades, attention fades with it. This is one of the clearest patterns. When belief weakens, conversations drop, engagement drops, capital rotates. And relevance fades. That's why things can feel like they die, even if nothing fundamentally changed overnight. The market is always searching for the next hot thing, or the next thing everybody's going to rally behind, or the next belief, if you will. Crypto doesn't stay empty for long. When one belief fades, people look for the next one, and that's how cycles move, that's how narratives rotate, that's how capital rotates, that's how attention resets. So the core insight here is that crypto isn't just a market of assets, it is a market of belief, right? And belief is what gives everything meaning. Let's walk through how beliefs form in crypto, right? So I thought this was good. I usually skip these things that it gives me because I don't need its help running my show, but I like this one. So first, an idea appears. Then you have early believers and attention starts to build. More people adopt the belief and capital flows in. Belief peaks, cracks from the idea and fades. I think this is really important. The idea appears, right? Early believers, attention builds. Like, you want to be positioning yourself somewhere in these first three. Because then number 4 is like, okay, more people adopt belief. Okay, that's probably the latest you want to get into something. But this is where most people actually get in. Capital inflow. They see the inflow of capital into it. And then they get in. And then what happens? The belief peaks. Cracks form and the belief fades. They bought the top. This is how you buy the top, because you're not getting in at 1, 2, 3, or even 4. You're getting in at 5, 6, and 7. Right before the whole thing collapses and the people who were in earlier are taking their profits, right? So price is often just a surface. Belief is what is underneath. I don't know why it gives me all these things. I never do those things. All right. Let's get rid of this. ChatGPT. Crypto Twitter's been super dead. All right, let's go over and do our airdrop stuff. So let's refresh our Robinhood testnet faucet. It's not really cooperating here. There we go. We're connected. The other day it did not want to let me get my testnet tokens, which is fine because I have plenty of them, but there we go. It actually worked this time. There we go. Then we go to our GM, right? Now this is airdrop farming. We're trying to create as many transactions on a testnet as possible. Let's switch from the ARK testnet to Robinhood. Here, it'll do it automatically for me. If I just go to testnet and go to GM on the Robinhood chain, MetaMask should automatically ask me if I want to switch over, which I do. And we're just creating transactions. GM successfully sent on Robinhood testnet chain. So we do that every day. You can only do it once every 24 hours. And then you have deploy a smart contract. You can do this infinite amounts of time. Let's see. I see a few things in the chat. You gotta talk nice to Biddy and make her pump. Hey, you gotta rub her feet. That's what Bankroll has learned. Gotta rub Biddy feet, make her happy, so you can pull some dollars. All right, Project Pombo says, "Hey Underground, do you know about the digital gold talk guy?" Not specifically. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who talk about digital gold online. In a lot of different forms, right? In a lot of different forms. So you could tell me a little more specifically about what you're talking about. So first we're doing the Robinhood testnet stuff. We deployed the smart contract a couple of times, and then we're going to come over to a swap. We're going to switch to Robinhood, and we're going to do some swapping here, right? So we're going to put like 0.0005, and we're going to swap that ETH to anything, right? USDC, it doesn't matter what it is. Then we copy our number here so we don't have to manually type it in every single time. Then we're going to hit swap, and we're on a test net, so we don't really care about the fees. Swap failed. It might have been too small. Swap failed. Maybe we need to reload. Let's reload the entire thing here. Cancel this. Bang. All right, let's try this again. I don't know if my number's too small or if maybe let's remove a 0 here. Let's do that. That'll probably, I think my number might have been too small. Also, I've had this thing up for 24 hours, so it might have just needed to be refreshed. We'll confirm MetaMask does pop up. Let's bring MetaMask up as a side panel so everybody can see kind of what the idea is and how MetaMask works. There's somebody out there who probably doesn't understand, so we got to do that for our peeps here. And then I can just copy and paste my number over and over. I need to redo it because I don't actually want it to be that small, and we'll swap. His name is John something. He works for promoting, I think is the typo. Crypto projects, U.S. government figures, and trying to establish strategic reserves across multiple coins. Good for crypto legitimacy. Okay, yeah. I mean, you have Bitcoin seen as a digital store of value, very similar to gold. Then, of course, you have like, Tether's gold asset. You have digital tokenized gold by like Ondo and stuff like that. You have many different like digital golds, right? So there's many ways you could take that. But I get what you're saying, and I'll keep an eye out for this John guy and see if I come across him on social media or something. And we're just doing a swap a couple of times right now. This is probably going to wrap up. I'll do it one more time, and then we'll pretty much wrap up our Robinhood testnet stuff for this moment. And then we're going to move to ARK. ARK is looks like it's going to be the chain for Circle. If you want to know more about doing this, you're going to want to, why does it keep failing? Let's dismiss it. Swap. Confirm. You're going to want to look in the Discord for the tab, and it has step-by-step instructions, right? I need to confirm this. Bang, we did another swap. So that's 3. Now we're going to move over to ARK testnet. Now, let's go to ARK. Bang, ARK testnet. I don't know why it says we're in ARK testnet, because we're not. That was definitely Robinhood testnet. And we're going to bounce back over to the GM, right? Because that's kind of where everything starts here. ARK testnet, GM. We want to do that real quick. And they have the faucets here. Faucets, very easy to do. Let's confirm our thing. So we GM successfully on the ARK testnet. Bang, bang, bang. And then we're going to deploy the smart contract 3 times. I think 3 is a good number. So deploy. Bankroll says interesting. He announced on his X 12 coins that he plans on purchasing 67 million each coin. It's a lot of dough. I'd be interested to know what those are. If you got a list of those coins, go drop them in our chat for bear market bottom buys. If you're not in the Discord, I don't know what you're waiting on. Yeah, he's part of the Arizona bill that's trending. I think that's why Anon had been poking his head out. Okay. Yeah, I do know what you're talking about, just for the record. And for certain purposes, I'm not expanding on it a whole lot. That's a good conversation for the voice chat, right? In the group, in the Discord. So that's what I'll say about that. If you want to talk more with me, at least, about that, you'll have to catch me like in the voice chat on Discord or something like that. All right, we're doing our swaps for ARK testnet, because like you said about you maybe potentially getting censored there. I don't need to be completely censored on the channel. Yeah, bro, join the Discord. Come chat with us anytime. Seems like you got some conflux in alpha. There you go. Yeah, we welcome anybody who's serious about some crypto. And really, more, it's all about crypto for the channel, but it's also very much about building good mind state, changing your life. Whether it's crypto, whether it's health, whether it's mind state, whether it's pushing yourself, all of those different things. We're really about all of it because it all goes together. All right, so I'm going to do this last time. Confirming the swap. Bang. And now I think we've done plenty for the testnet for today. And then we have one other one that we need to do here. This is Arc testnet. They don't have Robinhood, I don't think, on this one. Bang. And the ERC. We'll swap that. We're only going to do this 3 times. Says, let's show these 5 custom. Yeah, full gratitude on IQ Raise and get ready for some amazing deep dives with underground crypto. Let's go. Says, bro, you working with Anon, LOL. Hey. I'm not going to touch that one. All right. The long is moved. Yo, take profit is moved. 70,790, he says. All right, I'm going to do this. This is second time. And then I'm going to do it one more time. And then we're going to hop back over to our trade. And then we're going to talk about moving. It's 10:45. We're going to move to the members only side of things. Like, I'm not just threatening that, guys. That's what we're doing. We've got so much going on. Y'all are going to look forward to... Oh, that one actually failed. Let's roll that again. Y'all are going to actually look forward to... Let me refresh this. I need the faucet for Arc testnet. Y'all are going to look forward to DeFi Fridays because we might have so much stuff going on. We might not always get to do a bunch of DeFi gaming. And that might happen more in the members only section, right? I got to get the faucet real quick for this Arc testnet. Where's the faucet? Here we are. Bang. Yeah, let's get some USDC. Let's receive on Arc testnet. Copy wallet address. I saw that there was a streamer who accidentally leaked his seed phrase, probably similar to like what I'm doing here, except this is a burner wallet. So, and he was worth he lost like $2.5 million. I was like, whoa. Yeah, you gotta be careful not to make some mistakes on here. 20 testnet USDC is on the way. Get more tokens. Does it let you do this multiple times? Paste. Let's see. Send 20. Sorry, you hit the limit. Yep. Oh, every 2 hours though. Okay. I like that. And I got the faucet, boom, straight from the tab in our Discord, right? And then we'll hit that last one that we didn't quite get going there because I think we ran out of money, I think is what happened there. Bro, got you, bro. I see you, LOL. Do you mind charting chai? Not at all. Thank you for asking. We're always open to anything that you guys ask. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Okay, that finally went through. And we're going to close that. That'll conclude our airdrop due diligence every day. Look at this Fogo fishing. And then I'm going to chart that for my man, Project Pombo. And we're just still rocking with this thing. I don't mind this thing at all. Let's see. I'm back up to like another 100,000 fish. I'm level 25, definitely producing a lot more. 250K. For anybody who doesn't know what this is, this has to do with Fogo wallet. This is Fogo fishing. And I bought a $5 NFT originally and started moving. I think overall I've probably put about $20 to $22 into this thing. Nothing crazy. And we just mining away. And then there is a legitimate swap even where you can actually swap these for real value. You know, this is not a nonsense thing. It is, I don't like to call it a miner because like mining is a little bit more serious, but you get my point here. Wow. I love when people send memberships. Look at that. Melissa sent 5 memberships. Plague Dog received a membership. Carmi Mala Jr. I love when you send memberships too, because I see names here that I didn't even know were here. Like this Crypt Dad, or Dad, I think it's just Crypt 2 Dad 1. What is this? Vilgas stream. Nice. And I'm glad that Plague Dog's got one. That's awesome. Thanks for doing that, Melissa. You're the best. Fogo Fishing is fully on-chain. Play to earn built. Fogo for layer 1. Yep, showcasing ultra low latency. Exactly. Crypto Quentin says fire, 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 fire. Yeah, man, this stream is heating up. Anyways, what you can do here, swap this, change our asset to fish. Bang. And looks like we have about, let's say we have about 350,000 fish. It's worth about $8. Obviously, I'm not looking to sell these right now. I'd like us to heat up, get at least like mid bull market, maybe closer 75% to the top of the bull market. And then I want to dump a bunch of these and see if I can't make, I don't know, 50, 60 bucks off of my $20. If not, it's a lot of fun. They keep upgrading it. I look forward to the upgrades. It does have a halving. We have another halving. Let's see, can I click on it? It did have the schedule before, right? Okay. Halving schedule. I think so. I think we might be done. First halving, second halving, third halving. I think we might be done with the halvings. I think we did a third halving already. Anyways, you have a bait shop where you can buy some bait. I've spent all my money. I need to put some more money over here. And that over here is where you add your bait. And that allows you to actually catch like fish, which is pretty cool. Oh, we have a tank too. They've added some things. Dope. So now you have a tank. You basically get NFTs, okay? So you have your rod, you have your percentages. I can get up to like a fabled 2000x pull. Then under that's Lunker 500x pull, legendary, mythical, rare. I hit the rare and the mythical quite often. And now we even have tanks, but basically when you add a lure on, now you're fishing for even NFTs. If I go to my wallet, you will actually see all of the different NFTs that are in my wallet. If it'll load, let's go to session, update limits. Yeah, I need to update my session here and log in. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you. I just wanted to show this off because I haven't in a while. All right, there we go. And now you can see all of these NFTs that I've got. I don't know what this is. Looks like somebody fishing to steal my money here. Careful with those. Cool. But yeah, you can see all the NFT fish that I got, and then you even have like a little book where you go to claim them. Looks like we're lagging. What is going on? I'm on, yeah, and this is where you have your different species. This is where you claim them. Basically where you mint them. You mint them on chain here. It's kind of like your journal for all the ones that you have, and then you can mint them. All right, I'll move on from this. Let's go chart what he asked for just a moment ago. Let me make sure this thing is back to casting. All right, let me move you over to TradingView because he asked about a certain thing, and we're going to do that, and then we really are going to move. All right, TradingView, bang. Let's go to the back end of our YouTube and start our countdown. That membership definitely coming in handy. Yes. Unfortunately, it's all people we don't know. No, Plague Dog got one. And hey, maybe if they get a members only thing, maybe they'll hang out a little bit more. I know. I wish people 8 here could have got all of them. Yeah, I know. I wish that. Here's what I really wish. I wish when people gifted those those memberships, that they would like go into a little bank, and then I could give them to people and control who they go to. that would be really cool. I don't know why they don't have that feature. Like, you could choose when you buy them, you could do like random, or you could go to like, you know, the mods give them away, or the person who runs the channel gives them away, some kind of thing like that. So we can make sure they really get to the people who deserve them. It's funny, I can only do it through my phone, not on my iPad. Indeed. All right, so let's set up our members only countdown here. Make sure I'm on the right thing for once. Bang. Members only stream is going to start in 10 minutes because it goes way fast. So there we go. We got a countdown, 10 minutes till the members only stream, and we still have more of the show to go. Let's get into it. So let me go to one of these tabs that I don't care about so much. And let's open it up. He wanted me to chart. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you. I'm sure you're still here. Chai, which I've heard of before, for sure. We used to trade that at the Lifers group a lot, which, by the way, I'm still in the Lifers group. All right, we're in crypto. Where do we want to look at it? OKX? I mean, OKX is fine with me. Let's look at it in USDT on OKX. I like that. All right, first thing, we roll to the daily. Let's go look at the daily. All right. It is on one heck of a downtrend. If you believe in this coin, it could be an amazing place to buy it. Holy crap. Chai used to be worth $2,488. Call it $2,500. That's crazy. And right now it's worth $2.30. Well, honestly, I wouldn't be looking for it to return to those crazy highs. I don't know if I wouldn't call it impossible. I'd call it highly improbable. And you had this support holding you up for a while. You lost it. Now you've kind of made a new bottom here, and it looks like you're still losing it. Bang. Chai, trying to remember exactly what Chai was. This is the daily. Let's drop down to the 4-hour here. On the 4-hour, you're under the 200 moving average. I don't see anything amazing here as far as the 4 hours go to the 1. Let's see, the 4-hour was kind of mid RSI. You definitely had some bearish divergence here. Let me get the right thing. Let's go for a trend line. If you look here, bang, this, up, that divergence, right? That is, I believe, hidden bearish divergence, if I'm not right, but bearish divergence nonetheless. And that told you were going to get rejected from that spot. On a large time frame like that, I'd pretty much take that to the bank. We'll get rid of those for now. On the 1 hour, you're under the 200. You are low in your RSI. Let's go into the 15. The 15's under the 200. I would say this coin doesn't look that good. If you really believe strongly in this project, these could maybe be some good buy opportunities here. But I would try to buy at least, closer to these type of buys here on the support. And you could lose it and continue to fall. We don't hear a lot of chatter about Chai. You're under like all your 200s, right? So the first thing you want to see happen is, if I was looking to get into this coin, I wouldn't just buy it right now. I'd wait for the 1 minute to get above the 200. I'd move to the 3. I'd wait for the 3 to get above the 200. I'd move to the 5, right? I'd wait for the 5 to get above the 200. I'd move to the 15. I'd wait for the 15 to get above the 200. And now we're talking. Now I'm really getting interested. I'd wait for the moving averages to get tight, it flag out, the 21 come above the 200 and make that, that Lifer Vision move right there on the 15, not the smaller time frames, the 15. Then I would consider buying maybe 25 to 30% of whatever I was going to allocate. And then when we get to the hour, when the hour got above the 200 and closed the candle, maybe started flagging out, maybe that's when I would deploy the rest of my capital with a willingness or a stop loss to sell if we lost the 15-minute 200 after that. And that's kind of my analysis. I wouldn't touch this thing right now. It doesn't look all that great. We are at bottoms. You do have what looks like it's set up for like an inverted head and shoulder, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder. But I would really play it a lot safer given the market. We don't know that we're at a bear market bottom. We don't know. Lifer's saying 90%. I'm not questioning on it because he certainly knows better than me. Okay, let me go back down. Let's see what we got going on here. Bang, bang again. Thank you, Melissa, for gifting those. Said I try. Maybe the people that are never here will come now. It's funny how I can only do it on my phone and on my iPad. Says, holy Lord. Yeah, thank you, bro. You're absolutely welcome. Yeah, so that my strategy, again, let the 1, 3, the 5, and the 15 get above the 200. Wait for it to flag out on the 15 or hold. By flag out, I also mean like hold 3 to, I'd say more like 5 to 10 candles above the 200 on the 15. Then maybe deploy like 30%. Move to the hour. When you get above the hour and close 2 to 3, 4 candles above the hour, then maybe you might want to deploy the rest of your capital and be ready to sell it all if you lose the 15-minute 200-day moving average. That's where I would be at that. All right, let's check out Q. Again, my trade on Q is simple. Stop loss right above the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour. Nice big time frame. Your stochastic RSI very heavily overbought. And I'm looking for it to come back down to the 21. Probably take a little bit of time. That'll be open for a few days. BTC on the 15-minute. Let's hop into the 5. It's running back up to the 200 moving average on the 5-minute. The 1-minute, looking somewhat parabolic there, right? Parabolic curve-ish. If you pull it there. Actually, I'm in my regular trading view, so it's not so hard to pull this. Bang. Bang, right? I almost like more of like this. I almost like pulling it here because that makes more sense to me. You have more touches on the line. Obviously with the parabolic curve, like I can manipulate the heck out of this, right? Like I can make it what I want to match like the curve that I think that we're getting. I like this too. This makes a lot of sense here. So basically you're going to need a bit of a bounce here, or you're probably coming down to the 1-minute 200. You kind of have, you know, this shoulder, head, and shoulder on the 1-minute. It would pretty much bring you down under the 1-minute 200. So I'd be pretty focused on the 1-minute 200. Let's hop out of this. Let's go back over to the internet browser. Remember, we're on a countdown to the members only. So don't sleep on that. If you get cut out automatically and you don't have a membership, you won't be able to see the rest of the stream. So you might want to buy that membership. It's $3. If you don't think I'm worth $3, then you don't get the rest of the stream. That's just how it goes. It's one of the coins that DigiGold plans on buying 67 million of. It's also one of the coins in the bill. Nice. Project Pombo. Thanks for putting us on to that. That's really interesting. I think that needs to be maybe part of what we're looking at to build a portfolio at the bottom of the bear market, which is what we're going to try to do. And there are going to be whole streams, not dedicated to it, but where we talk in great detail about a lot of that stuff. Let's hop back over to our trades and hang out for a minute while we wait for this countdown. Looks like right now you have 1 minute 30 seconds. You got 1 minute and 30 seconds, everybody, before we actually move to the members only stream. And you might be asking, like, what's in the members only stream? Well, in the members only stream, we're going to be playing some DeFi games. We're going to be playing some crypto gambling, right? And some slots and stuff like that. We're going to be having a good time with that. We're going to be looking at the Flare ecosystem and deploying some things with Flare DeFi and building some yield. I'm moving about $200 worth of XRP over into that ecosystem, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I already have some FXRP, some wrapped XRP in the Flare ecosystem being staked with Firelight. We're going to be continuing to look at our options and dig into that. Also, whatever else other people want, we're going to be looking at that too, right? We are down 2 cents. How will I ever recover? I don't know. I don't know how I'll ever recover from that. Where's Plague Dogs at? Well, now that Plague Dogs got the membership, he can come over to the members only stream. Take this drink. Now, when it does reset, we have 17 seconds. Whenever it does reset, I have to actually go hit live again, just so everybody knows. So if it takes a half a second, bear with me. Yep, exactly. Good job, Blues guy. Shout out to all my mods.